This photograph was taken in 2015, which is 10 years ago. The red perimeter designates 584 acres in Wake County. This subject area, along with the reservoir below it, will be what I'm discussing and explaining. Now I'm going to add the reservoir and the headwater streams in the Smith Creek Four watershed. This represents all of the feeder streams that supplies water to the reservoir. This area of land localized here supplied water for the town of Wake Forest for 40 years. Now remember, this is 2015. I'm going to move forward 10 years to 2025. Now you can see the development all around the Smith Creek Four watershed. Starting north, Del Webb. This will be a medical office, apparently. This is apartments. Envision School. Come down here. This is the Tryon development here. And the area within the yellow perimeter, those are all watershed guideline houses, 2 acres or more under Wake County zoning classification. Now in the community plan, the yellow designates Area 6. Area 6 is the location where the town voted to approve GR3 zoning guidance. GR3 can be recognized here in Del Webb and also here in the Tryon development. Wake County provides watershed zoning guidance in this area here for one particular reason, and that is to protect all of these headwater streams that collect and eventually run down and flow into the reservoir. The community plan calls for development along Gilchrist Farm Road here to complement the housing in Del Webb. This overlay designates each of the parcels in the Area 6, including the largest area here, which actually extends into Franklin County. This is a development, Forest Oaks, and this is a development. Both of them are watershed guideline developments. This is a development from 2008 that was approved, and there's approximately 30 homes. These were approved by Wake County, and they met the watershed guidelines. And the development was designed to comply with the headwater streams that run through it. This project was never developed in 2008, probably because of the recession. These 3 developments were approved by Wake County because they met watershed guidelines. In 2023, the BOC approved zoning guidance for all of these acres. The purpose of the zoning guidance, it's an incremental step to developing this property in the Smith Creek watershed to correspond with the rest of the development that Wake Forest has done in the town limits. The red perimeter designates the town boundaries, and Wake Forest's claim to the property is indicated as Area 6. The Smith Creek Watershed Four, along with the reservoir area in Wake County, constitutes our largest remaining forest. As I slide the chart along the photograph, note how the Smith Creek Watershed Four area is truly our last forest, and it must be protected by candidates running for election. As you actually view the last forest in Wake, consider, is there any acreage that Wake Forest won't develop to sustain their projected residential construction and population aspirations? Vote no to Wake Forest sustain smart growth in the upcoming election. Now I want you to hear from Mr. Randy Willis. In 2023, he implored the BOC to not assign GR3 zoning guidance to the property his wife and he inherited from her mom, Grace Woodliff Dean. Her fear was developers would one day destroy it. You just saw the surrounding construction. She was right to fear this forest could be lost. I added supplements to this short 90-second plea for preservation.
Randy Willis.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name's Randy Willis. I'm also here with my wife, Diane Dean Willis. I think we own the second largest tract of land in this proposed development. We have the Willis Tree Farm, which we created back in 2003 for conservation and environmental issues. My wife's family has approximately 100 years has lived on that land. We have 5 generations of Woodliffs that live on that land and live on that land because it is forested. There's an abundance of wild animals. There are streams, there are creeks, there are waterfalls. It's beautiful land, and we want it to maintain that beauty. We don't want it clear-cut or at some point or part of our neighborhood clear-cut. It's been an honor to live out there, and I do think we agree with everybody that has spoken before us that a lot of thought really needs to go into this because there are not many forested areas left in this county and definitely not in Wake Forest. And I thank you for your time.
Can we possibly afford to develop the last forest that remains for people who don't even live here and don't even know what a watershed is? Are population aspirations so great that the town of Wake Forest must expand their ETJ and populate the last forest of Wake? People quit complaining for BOC change. It's almost too late. Look at my Google Maps again and go out and vote.